7.
An independent investigator has been appointed to look into the Brown Deer Police Department. He's going to review all the evidence leading up to that horrific salon shooting in Brookfield.
Because they had contact with the shooter in the days before the killings. Could they have prevented it? Our Tammy Hughes talked to the investigator. She joins us live with more on this. Tammy.
And this is an independent investigation being done by someone outside of this department. The village manager told me he has all the faith in the officers in this department, but he is taking this review seriously.
We want the truth to come out, and through this process, we'll get to the bottom of it.
Brown Deer Village Manager Russell Van Gompel says he still has faith in his police department, but he wants to make sure the general public still does too.
It was very unfortunate lives were lost, but what we really want to do is gain the public trust and make sure that the proper procedures are followed.
Fox 6 has combed through police reports that show Brown Deer officers had contact with Radcliffe Houghton going all the way back to 2001. Many times it was the result of Houghton getting in physical arguments with his wife Zena. But Houghton was never arrested and went on to shoot and kill his wife and 2 others at the Azana salon. The police chief defends his officers, arguing that Zena was often uncooperative or would change her story. Now an independent expert will take a look.
I'll be looking at every single contact ever with this individual that was made in Brown Deer. Perhaps I might even be looking at the entire file from the Brookfield incident.
Robert Willis is a law enforcement instructor at Northeast Wisconsin Technical College. He's the independent investigator just appointed who will look at evidence like this to determine if there was more that officers could have done or if training and even state laws need to change.
I don't believe my job is to start to point fingers. Initially, my job is to take a look at what occurred, try to sort out, what has happened here.
And Willis told me he was a police officer in New Berlin back in the 80s when Wisconsin's domestic violence mandatory arrest law went into effect. So he says he thinks he was one of the first police officers to make an arrest. He said it was just minutes after midnight when that law went into effect. So he says he's very familiar with the laws here in Wisconsin, and he promises to do a very thorough investigation to see if there is more that officers could have done or if perhaps laws need to change. Reporting live in Brown Deer, I'm Tammy Hughes, Fox 6 News.
Interesting what you said about his background. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Thank you, Tammy, for that.
Oh, you ever try to get a cab in Milwaukee on the weekend?